Welcome back, everyone, to the Stogie Geek Show. We're going to do another segment. Marathon, baby.
That's it. Let's let it rock and roll, baby.
Before we get into, we're going to talk about Coronas.
Yes.
I don't know what we're going to say about Coronas, but I got stuff. I can do a search on the Stogie Geeks website for Corona, and I can look at all the Coronas I've reviewed and talk about which ones I like. And I've already got some ones that came up. But we were talking about how you used to go in the back, and you still do. And this, of all of us, was one of some of the fondest memories we had, right? And really, what kind of fueled us as Stogie Geeks is you go in the back, you pull out like a box of cigars, and they'd be like the wrappers would be all brown, the cellophane would be all yellow, and you pass them out to some of the people in the store. Try this. Yeah, you smoke most of it yourself first, and then you're like, I got a couple left. I'm gonna give them out to a couple of people. And those being some of like the best cigars we've ever smoked, and that was some of our fondest memories, and really fueled our. We'd smoke some of those cigars, and we'd be like, "Holy crap!" It's just an unbelievable experience over and above so many other cigars. And one of the ones I vividly remember.
I know you're gonna go with this one.
Of course you do. Is the La Flor Dominicana Factory Press 3. Because it had more plume on it than any other cigar I'd ever seen in my life. And I was actually reading an article that said, something about how plume was, super rare. And I'm like, well, you never spent any time around Stogie Santa. Plume is not rare. Like, if it doesn't have plume on it, I don't want to smoke it now. I'm spoiled. Right. So out of all the stuff that kind of, fell behind the shelf and stuff like that.
Help me out with the red box, the Paul Gamarian.
We talked about those. We said that. Paul Gamarian Reserve exclusive Coronas, which ties right into our segment.
Unbelievable. That sticks out. Of all the Coronas, that stuck out. Those were about 5 years old.
Flavor
bombs. They were incredibly
it was just
great.
All flavor
and
in your
I
face.
got about no I'm going to do with that. Next week I'll bring. I think I got 5 to 6 or 7.
I got some left too. Yeah, we should.
We'll send them down to Will. And
Will, have you had those aged?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, we'll send you some.
I'm going to tell you something. It's a wet spot. That's the total wet spot.
Wet
it's about
spot
this big. Unbelievable. Yeah, that's the next one.
It's like a 4.75. It's like in between Chuck Norris and Oasis. It's just 4.75. It's a wet spot in my shorts.
Yep, that was
the new rating.
And some of the things I pulled out of the back have been really some off the wall. And the original, the Hoyas.
Yeah, Hoya de Nicaragua.
I always kill them. The name I always think of the
macchiato. It's like a macchiato.
Yeah.
Machito.
Yeah, thank you. Those things were incredible. They had to be 6 years old or more. And matter of fact, it was either John Hart or the other gentleman that took over. I can't think of his name. From
John.
No. I can see him, Steve Lafferty. Either one of the two. These things were like unbelievable. I had plume on these things. They were smoking. When I first come in, they were like you ever see that commercial with the fish hits in the face where you get heartburn?
Yeah.
They were super, super strong and unbalanced, and they just mellowed out to incredible.
It's amazing what all that age can do.
And you know what? I don't know where I got this.
But some that came out of the back are not good after 6 years.
And the other one, I got like 2 boxes of them, and I took one. And the last one, number 5 of the Viaje? Didn't they put out a Corona?
That little petite Corona?
No, not the shorts.
Oh.
Was it number 5?
Were really good.
I think.
In which blend?
Was it? Was it the Oro or the Platino? Number 5, I could have sworn.
Is it a Robusto?
No, I thought it was a Corona. That's how I was mistaken. I don't know. That was off the charts. That was another one. I know everything ages. It's funny with Andre's stuff. Sometimes you smoke it and you're just like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
And then you whip them out and it's like incredible.
A year or two later.
It's off the charts, stupid good. And the other one, the Casa Magna Lancero.
Really?
It's yeah.
Oh, I got about 5 boxes of those left.
Really?
Yep, and no one knows where they are but me. And I've been smoking those things, and they are really, really, really good.
Nice.
They got to be like 3 years old. So again, the age vintage stuff. People that I'm telling you, reach out. We're getting away from the Corona thing. I'll leave it at this. If you really want to enjoy some fine cigars, or what you think of, once you get into those vintage cigars,
Yeah.
it's
It's
crazy.
it's like a totally different ballgame.
It really is. All right, I'm going to put Coop on the spot. Corona, one of your favorites, not the favorite. Some of your favorites. Some of your favorites.
All right. Well, I can tell you my favorite, but I'll give you one right off the bat that I like. Is am I holding up to the camera? I'm holding a Dirty Rat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and I wasn't the biggest fan when the Dirty Rats first came out, but just they kind of settled in over time, and it's a great blend.
yep.
Yeah.
You know what's another one for $5.25. You gotta think I'm crazy when I say this. La Aroma de Cuba Corona. Did you ever smoke those?
No.
They are really good. They are very, very good. They're not the top of the food chain, but they're well worth smoking. They really are. I enjoy those immensely.
One that I recently just stocked up on, and there's at least two. There's a Petite Corona, it's a regular Corona, but Opus X in any of those Corona
the
sizes.
Fuente?
Fuente is a traditional Corona size, and then you just got in the shop, but it's a number 4.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The number 4 is almost like a Corona size as well.
Similar. Yeah.
It's very similar to the Fuente. Both of those is Opus. I mean, the Super Bellicosos, I've been smoking the crap out of those.
Some people call them Coronas, but they're not. But the 898 varnished.
Yes.
Oh God,
Those are awesome.
Oh,
I smoked every single one.
yep.
Oh,
And
go
one,
on.
I'm gonna tell you something. People call me crazy. One of my, I'll put in I'll call top 10, Corona Viva.
I was just gonna say that was my other one.
Oh,
love that one.
oh, I tell you something. That cigar, it just, you talk. That is, Drew Estates. There is some, discussions about consistencies here and this and that in the blends. That blend is, for me personally, the most consistent blend they put out.
Quesada makes 2 of the Coronas that I
Oh,
think
yeah.
are the best: the España
Hispania.
and the Oktoberfest.
And I'll tell you what, that one, that Coop gave me this year.
What's that?
40th. The 40th.
The
The
40th.
40th is a very special cigar. I'm telling you that is
get
this
you more,
crazy?
yeah.
Is this crazy to say this? After I smoked it, I enjoyed it more. It left me with such a great taste on my palate. It was amazing.
It's my front run right now. In my book, I said it's the cigar to beat for #1 in my book. Now,
I'm going to tell you
something,
something, Coop. At first, I thought you were out of your mind. But you know something? You're not. You're not. Because it was like a Honey Nut Cheerio to me. It really was.
Yeah, and it wasn't an overpowering smoke.
Nope.
It's very different than the other 40s. Is what
No,
I tell.
oh,
It's not.
it's not
the
even
blend.
close. It's not even close. It's
not even close, yeah.
Nope, not at all. And what was the other one I was thinking of too? The
Yeah, Perfection X number 4 is the Petite Corona.
Yeah, the
Fuente is the Corona size.
but the red breast is sneaking up and Jack Lag. I had so many Coronas on my mind I can't even think of them anymore.
Jake Grotto series, Grand Corona.
Yeah, the Grand Corona. That is a phenomenal cigar. And I'm telling you what, and most of those right now have over a year age because the Corona, unfortunately, I think that's becoming even more harder to sell than a Lancero.
I
Because
agree.
Lancero's the buzz right now.
Yeah, exactly. And the Coronas are See, Coronas.
What about in Padron? What do they have that?
You'd probably be going to the Laundress.
64.
The Laundress. Oh, the 64. There's only one way to go with that. That's going to be the Principe.
Is that a
That's more
of
like a petite. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you, it's another one. It's a cigar that no one talks about Padrones, and we're getting away from the Corona, the Superior. Yeah, it's excellent.
That's a 64.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a 64. Yep.
You don't hear a lot about it, and it is a really good
It's a great representation
You know,
of
it's
that line.
interesting. Will talks
Natural
about
Maduro. Natural Maduro.
I'm going to go Maduro.
Will talked
Yeah, me
about
too.
one that is actually one of my favorite Coronas, and that's the Nat Sherman Sterling, in the traditional Corona size. That
Oh,
5
absolutely.
and 3/4 by 46.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you something. You will be so. That La Aroma Tequila Corona caught me totally off base.
I'm gonna give that a
Yeah,
try.
I tell you what though, in
Totally
the
off
Nat
base.
Sherman Sterling though, I think the Corona size is the belle of the ball so far. I
Me
think
too.
that's perfect. That's the perfect size in that blend.
Yeah. It's
Because the true Corona size is really
It's a 5 by 46.
Yeah,
right?
but
or
the whole
5
thing-
and change by
You
46.
can go 5 1/4, 5.
Yeah. 6
but-
by 46 is typically what they call a Grand Corona or Corona Gorda.
Right, Corona
Right.
go out a little bit bigger.
A little bit bigger.
Right, but see, the Corona. See, a lot of people tend to stay away. When you get those smaller sizes, you get a lot more strength off those too.
Yeah, the Petite Corona, I find it is a total different experience of the blend,
Oh
Yeah.
right?
But you heard Jose say it earlier, and you've heard some of the other people we've had as guests. That's the cigar they start with in the factory.
That's
Most
why-
It's
of
a
the time.
Corona, not
That's
a Petite
why-
Corona, not a Grand.
That's why I know it sounds like a repetition.
But we
type
said that
question.
in the show. Yeah.
I always ask that question. What is it? Corona Robusto? Because
Yeah.
what happens, all that flavor is bang. It's right there. Because I'm not with a Churchill. You got to smoke what, 1/2 of it?
yeah.
Oh, not 1/2, 50% of it, to find out what it's going to do and how it's going to develop.
Yes,
Develop
yeah.
in itself.
And the shorter size is just, I don't know if it doesn't give you enough time to really make all those flavors develop, or just the way it represents the blend differently in that small, like a short Robusto or a Petite Corona. To me, in every single blend I've ever smoked those in, they're just different. You know what I mean? Like the flavor profile, the experience is different in the Petites.
Yeah.
But in the regular Corona size, it's always like a consistent, good representation of the blend.
Yeah.
We should have played with the chat room a little bit tonight. Is it because size-wise and the economical type of the economics, I should say, behind the pricing of Coronas? Because think about there's only so much tobacco you can put in a Corona.
Yeah.
You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? There's only so much you can do. Look at
ATL says Corona Viva Casa Fuente Corona, which is a good
Yeah.
smoke.
Yeah.
That's a very
Yeah.
good. That's probably the belle of the ball in the Casa Fuente blend. Ramon Leones Extra, and the Monty 4.
And
The four-
Elohio LSV Corona is one.
the
That's
Monty.
Elohio LSV Corona.
Yep.
Yep. So I mean, we can go on and find out, but that's what I love. I love Coronas. I just really truly do. Speaking of that, did anyone try Jose's Corona? Jose's
I
Blanc.
have it. Now I spoke the Toro, but I have the Corona, so I gotta smoke it.
I'm going to reserve my opinion till you smoke that.
Okay. I like the Toro a lot.
I did the Robusto. The Robusto was good. That Corona, maybe hopefully with time.
Yeah, it's an interesting size. I think it's the size that a lot of manufacturers have gotten away from the traditional Corona.
Oh,
Because you usually see a Petite Corona, you usually see a Corona Gorda,
Because the real
or you see a
geeks-
Lonsdale maybe and a Lancero, but that Corona is a size in and of itself. It definitely has.
And you know what's funny?
a special place.
Think about another one that's a misconception. Lonsdale.
You know, I'll say this: give me the Lonsdale over the Lancero in most cases.
Yeah, because you're a geek. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
mean-
misconception. Lonsdale's really performed very well.
Lonsdale's a Petite
At
Lancero.
44 ring gauge. You know,
And you can put a lot more. You can tweak that and play with that so much.
right. You don't have the overhead of rolling that thing either. You know, you don't have the drawer issues as much. Adam asks, very important question: does Five Vegas make a Corona?
Fucking asshole.
He's gonna send you some if they do.
Tell him I got something. So I got my bike right here. Adam, love it. Gotta love it. He is. He's. Oh,
Will, what else you got
I
on the?
can't. How's this, Adam? My neighbor next door thinks they're phenomenal.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, he's special ed though.
What else you got?
Okay. This one, you guys might not probably haven't smoked it. The Cabaguan is available in a petite Corona at
Really?
Draper's, and in my opinion, that's an Oasis level cigar. That Cabaguan blend in that petite Corona is just off the charts. Is the best way to say it.
Oh, the
It brings out
Guapo's
the best in
Guapo's
that
40
Cabaguan blend.
Guapo's
No.
46s is the ones I just bought like a
What do they
box
call
and a half of.
the extra?
This is a little smaller. This is a 4
Smaller.
5/8 by 42.
That's
So
petite
it's a
Corona.
petite Corona. But that Cabaguan blend, you really just get the flavors out of that thing.
Yep. I've been
in that.
smoking the
Who
Guapo's
was the one
46s
with
at
the
Great
Lara
Corona
Casa?
style.
It was similar to the Lonsdale. Was that the number 2? I can't remember.
Yeah,
One
they
or
have
two.
one. It's kind of like they have one that they call it a Robusto, but it's almost like a
No,
47.
it's not. It's like a. It's similar to the Lonsdale. I can't remember the numbers they put it. That Lara Casa. I love that. I love that blend.
Yeah, that's a great.
I can't remember the number, and I couldn't sell those for. I smoked them all, and
Well, we were
I-
just talking about that earlier. The Tatuaje blends like Avion, Cabaguan. What was the one you just mentioned? No, I got all.
Lara
some of them.
Casa.
Lara Casa.
Okay.
That don't carry the Tatuaje brand right on it,
exactly.
and they're awesome blends.
Yep. See
Yeah,
the Avion. To me, it's too up and down.
Yeah, no,
Do you-
it's
do you
not.
find
yeah,
that cool?
It's not consistent
Yeah,
enough.
it is. I think he got it right with that.
The Reserva?
Yeah.
Yep.
With the Reserver, this year's the last batch that came out. In my opinion, I think he got that one right. The Petit Corona is the La Riqueza number 5.
5. Okay.
Yeah.
So, in terms of Corona-sized cigars, ones that I just bought like a box and a half of is 5 5/8 by 46. I would call that a Corona. Cabaguan Guapo's 46, natural.
See, the natural. A lot of people don't realize that cigar. How good that is.
Oh, it's creamy,
That's-
sweet.
So everyone
Oh.
goes Maduro.
No,
that
no,
the
the
Ecuadorian.
natural.
Oh my God.
It's so awesome.
And
It's so
I'll tell you
awesome.
what, it's sneaky strong.
It picks up in the end. They retail for about $9, but if you can find them at a closeout, I highly recommend it.
I'm going to tell you what. Of all the new Lanceros that he's put out in that one, which one do you have? Anyone have a favorite?
Cabaguan.
I haven't smoked them yet.
I love
Got
the
to get on that, Will.
The Lara Casa.
So,
I guess I'm a
get
Lara
on the
Casa
stick.
freak.
Smoke some cigars, will you?
Oh yeah, right. Of all people.
I know, right?
That's your
But you
homework.
didn't like the La Riqueza as much, Paul. From what I'm not saying you didn't like it, but
I-
you liked some of the others better.
I liked out of that whole box, the one that sticks out of my mind is the Cabaguan Lancero.
That
Try
was good,
Cabaguan.
really good. And the
Did
number
you
smoke
6.
the Cabaguan
Yeah, that
Lancero?
was good. But
good.
You know what's caught me by surprise? The number 6. The look it up. The Roman numeral. That was no
Oh, the red label.
the red
Yeah, the red
band
label,
caught
yeah.
me by surprise. I thought that was really good.
I think Mark Jr. said it was really. Well, maybe it was you, Paul. It was one of you guys.
Yeah, I
also
really
said-
liked it. I really enjoyed it.
And that's the first time they've done that in the Lancero.
Yes. Because he came another one out with that red band, Angelique or Angela something. That was
The Angelus.
yes.
It's the petit, that's the Petit Corona.
Yeah, Petit Corona, right.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome.
Yep, I like that one as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah, another cigar that's a Petit Corona, and I really enjoy them, and I really love this blend a lot. Is the La Polina Kill Bills.
Oh,
Love those.
did you like the 1 or 2?
It's funny. I liked the 2 at first, but I went back to the 1.
Yeah, I knew you were
went
gonna
back
say
to the
that. I
one.
knew it.
Yep. I went back to the 1. So.
Hey, you know what's
Nothing wrong
funny?
with the 2, yeah, but I
What
like
you
the
think
1.
about the Lancero on the Goldie?
I haven't smoked it yet, but I got it. I finally got it. It took me a
I
while to
can't
get.
wait.
You know,
Oh, you
it's
should have
very
told
tough
me.
to
I
get.
had tons of those.
Now, but you were you were
still
out
got-
of town.
yeah, I
didn't
still
realize
got
it would
more.
Be as hard to get. Now, the reports I'm hearing on those are they're good, but not as good as the number 2 or the number 5.
I'll take the 5.
Did you have the number 2, the petite?
No, I never did
Lancero?
number 2.
See, if I have any, I'll send them. The petite
Yeah.
Lancero is off the charts good.
Really?
That's the one, yeah.
Better than the 5?
Oh, it's better than the 5.
Wow.
And that's the consensus of the people I've talked to who smoke. And the 5 is a phenomenal cigar. I mean, it's a top cigar. It's a Chuck Norris cigar in my book. But that number 2 is an Oasis cigar. That was my number 1 cigar a couple years ago. So I think highly of that number 2.
Will, do you have updates on contests?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I do. Ed Wheaton is the winner of the live contest with last week we did on the show. So we did a live contest we did some contests around Stogie Geeks Moments. And he wins the box of the H. Upmans along with a La Aurora
That's
Siena
not
News
bad.
Maduro cigar. So
Better water than nothing else.
Yep. So he gets that. Stogie said I got to get you the names of the people who won the Paul Joyle and Phil contest.
Okay.
Because I picked those while we're gone, so I have those winners
Okay.
as well.
Oh, please send it to me and we'll get those out. No problem.
But and we still have a contest open for a box of the H. Upman a sampler of the H. Upman Bankers. If you email me, if you email the show, and I'll make people listen to that 100th episode to find out what they have to do for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've got a bunch of cigars to give away. One of them was
Yeah.
your favorite Stogie Geeks moment, right?
Yeah.
Oh, this ought to be interesting.
That I want to see some more entries for.
Oh, you know
Get on
something?
that. Favorite
my
Stogie
second,
Geeks
my second favorite moment
Yeah, let's hear it.
was Ben when he yacked all over the place.
We were talking about that.
That came up too.
Yeah.
Oh, he yacked.
Ben,
and yacked
whenever
and
he came
yacked.
to the show, man, we needed a bucket to just tie it with
Oh,
a
I
string
never
around
see.
his neck.
I mean, this
Yeah.
guy would jack.
He
yacked in
he is a
Mark's.
yacker.
He yacked in his garage. He yacked,
He yacked in my yard,
he
down
yacked-
the street.
he yacked on my porch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few places where he
I
hasn't
I
yacked.
said, dude, you got two choices. You yak, you'll eat it, or you yak outside. It was like The Exorcist. It was like, "Wah." I said, dude, I'm old. I should be yakking, not you. So that's his new name, Ben Yacker.
He's a yacker.
Oh, yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Well, that wraps up the show. Thanks, everyone, for listening. That's been the Stogie Geeks. Make sure you listen to episode 100 for the fabulous contest and cigar giveaways. Favorite Stogie Geeks moment. Send all your contest entries to the show at stogiegeeks.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll see everyone next week.
Let me know when we're not streaming.